Hi guys, thank you again for watching. And this, my topic for today is vocabulary teach it for the first-time home buyers, and not even a first-time home buyers. If you don't have, you forgot already what are these word, specific wording, right? A vocabulary word for the real estate. Like me, before I'm, in the medical field, we have our own medical terminologies, right? So we study on that one. And so for you to understand, sometimes I don't know what you're talking about in the hospital, right? So same thing in real estate. When I transition, from working from the hospital to the medical to real estate, it's like I don't know what is the title. I don't know what is earnest money. I don't know what they're talking about, this one. So now being a real estate agent and an investor myself, I'd explain it to you what all we call that teach it word. So I can explain it to you a little bit in Tagalog, in English, so you will really understand what are they saying and what that kind of word, for you, right? So number one is title, right? So what is title? You say, what is title, right? So if they're talking about the title, it is a bundle of rights of pieces of property. The title company will provide you the preliminary title report for you to review, right? So ito yung title na what are your rights on the property. Ano ba talaga yung rights mo doon sa property na yon? You are the owner, you are the leaser, or hanggang saan lang yung property line mo, and a bundle of rights. That's your rights, right? So ito ay, we call that title, right? A bundle of rights of pieces of property. So if they're talking about that, that is the title. So next is insurance. You heard it a lot of time, right? The insurance, naririnig mo na to, hey, you need the insurance home, you need to get the insurance company. What is the insurance they're talking about? Is a life insurance? No. In real estate po, is insurance is to choose your homeowner insurance and provide the information to your lender. Be sure to gather 3 or more quotes before you're choosing. So example po is, if you're a first-time home buyer, you're gonna buy first time for your house, we have our own insurance for your house to protect the house, something happened. So we have insurance. By the way, I did not. So I'm Arlen Donaldson. I'm a real estate agent here in Dallas, Texas. So if you're looking to buy a house, looking to, sell a house or whatever real estate related, you can call me or message me and I can help you in that process. So, so number 3 po is, so we go to the insurance. So before you close a house, we need the insurance for the protection of like mortgage insurance, and something happened to the house, you are protected too. So you need that one. Get at least 3 codes before you go to the, choose one for the insurance, but you need that one. So next one is offer. What is offer, right? So the real estate agent told me about, talking about me about the offer. What the heck is that? ano yung ibig sabihin ng offer? An agreement between the buyer and the seller to purchase real estate or a sales contract. We call this one offer, like, hey, how much you want to offer, the price, the purchase price, the contract. This is agreeable between the buyer, you as a buyer, or the seller, the one they want to sell their house. We call that offer. Both parties should agree. We call that offer. So now you learn, di ba? So another word is recording. What is recording? The day after signing the ownership of the property, it will be transferred to the buyer the day you receive the key. So recording, after you sign, both parties, seller and the buyer, to the title company, and you get the key, right? We call that recording. Means that you are, example, you are the buyer right now, so you own the house now. It is recorded in your name, insured in your name, and this is your responsibility now, recorded and to you, right? So that is recording. We call it recording in real estate. And then next one is signing. Sometimes you heard it to your agent, hey, we're gonna go to signing, closing date, right? So we call that signing. Signing is scheduled closing as soon as you receive the okay from your lender. They will tell you, you know, hey, we're clear to close. You need to put the date, this one for signing, like 35 days, 45 days, 27 days, 15 days. We call it signing. All the paperwork, all the recording are done, you know, all the research of the title are done. So we call that signing, right? So this is when you will be signing up the home. The process takes an hour or so. So sometimes this is like a thick, makapal to, maraming papel. Papers, you need to sign everything there, right? You, whoever the buyers, like the husband or the couple, or you in your name only, is like a book of, you know, you need to sign there. They will the escrow company will explain it to you about the taxes, whatever you need to file, what else, all the whatever you write, whatever the, you know, a homeowner, be a homeowner on that one, it will explain it to you on signing. And then if you want a homestead, you can talk about all this stuff on the time of signing. You can start that one. So that is the signing. This is schedule of closing as soon as you receive the okay. You know, means that you agree from the offer that we're gonna close in this date, that the lender would agree to, you know, release the money. This is when you will be signing for the home. The process takes an hour or more, or sometimes 30 minutes if all the paperwork are ready, you know, funded and everything. So it's like 30 minutes or an hour. So it takes a little bit time, right, for you to understand what are you signing, explain it to you, ano ba talaga yung pinipirmahan mo, para saan yun, ano yung rights mo, ano yung mga taxes, ano yung, like for the farm and ranch, they will tell you ano yung mga for the agrarian, something like that. So they will explain it to you, everything on signing. And then the next word maybe you always hear also is home inspection. This is my favorite one. So home inspection, examination of the property condition, right? This is examination of the property condition, usually performed by a qualified home inspector by your choice. Means if you are a buyer, home inspection, you are the one will decide who is the inspection or inspector you will use. Use a professional one that you're trusted. Like me, being a real estate agent, I know already a home inspector that I trusted. You know, they will give you the right report. They will explain it to you why they do that. You know, like all the biggest, like the roof, AC, foundation, plumbing, electrical. They will check everything, the detail of the house, what is the condition of the house. You call that home inspection. Okay, so the next word you will hear is closing cost. What is closing cost, right? Hindi ko rin alam yan dati. Na if you buy a house, as a buyer, not only you paying for the down payment, you also pay for the closing cost. And what is closing cost for? Closing cost is a fees paid at the end of the transaction, either by the seller or buyer or both. They include the taxes, insurance, and other lender expenses. So closing cost is included the taxes, insurance, other lender expenses, the escrow payment, everything. This is a fees paid at the end of the transaction. We call that closing cost. How much the closing cost? It depends. It depends to the location. It depends to the square footage. It depends to the, you know, month of the year. It depends to the taxes of that specific location. So we don't know yet how much exactly. We will know that one like 3 or 5 days before closing. They will tell you the exact amount of closing costs. But roughly, I tell them like 2 to 3% on the purchase price. So that is I put it in my mind that, hey, how much my closing cost? I'll tell you, down payment plus the closing cost. So be ready for that finances, okay? So next is earnest money. Your word is earnest money. What is earnest money, right? It is deposited made to the seller, showing the buyer's good faith in the transaction, typically held in the trust or the escrow account. So example, the earnest money. Ano ba yung earnest money? This is a deposit made to the seller, showing a buyer good faith in the transaction. Means you're serious in the transaction. For us here in Dallas, Texas, we're doing either 1%, 2%, or it's up to you the number for the earnest money. Some you don't have earnest money, right? So it depends how much you think, how serious you are for the house. If you really, really like the house, make it bigger earnest money. But this is another good for you guys. The earnest money, everything you put for the earnest money, it will go to the closing. It will minus to the closing cost or minus to the down payment. Any money na nilagay mo sa closing cost, mamaminus na yan at the end of the transaction on the, what you call that, the other one, the closing cost. So, which is good, right? If you back out, you change your mind, right? You back out and the transaction, earnest money will give it back to you as a buyer. Of course, there's paperwork for that one, but must be different video I will do. So that is earnest money. Earnest money, how much? Magkano ba yung gusto mong earnest money? As I told you, it depends how serious you are to the house that you like, 1%, 2%, whatever you're thinking, how badly you like or how really in love for you to, yung bahay na gusto nyong bilhin, right? And then, next word, contingent. What is contingent? We're talking about contingent, right? So contingent is an offer on a home that has been accepted, but finalized sales is contingent upon certain criteria. What's that mean? So contingent upon inspection, contingent upon appraisal, right? Contingent upon selling my house. So that is, we call that contingency. There is upon certain criteria. So example, contingency upon appraisal. So this is really common, right? Contingency. So I were on a active contract contingency upon appraisal. If the house did not appraise for the offer price that you give, so there's a contingency that we can drop the price, right? Or it will not go through, or the lender will not release the loan, the money will not release. So that contingency is really, really important when you're dealing, example, you're a first-time home buyer, or whatever you're really doing the contingency, make sure you understand what are the contingency in the contract, or upon contingency of the mortgage something, right? Or sell your house first before you go to the buying side. So that's contingency. You can put that one. And the last one I give it to you, the word that you always hear is appraisal, right? Ano ba yung appraisal? Appraisal is the property or a land valuation completed by an appraiser who determined the market value. This process, it takes 2 to 4 weeks. What is the exact value on that specific property or land based on the market? That is the appraisal. This appraisal person is from the bank or from the lender, or not from the buyers, not from the sellers. It's like third party. So it's not biased, right? It's not biased for the buyer. It's not biased for the lender, for give us the exact market value of the land, ng lupa, exact market value on the house, on the property based on the market on that specific time. So sometimes, that's why I told you, contingency upon appraisal, right? So the appraisal, if the appraisal give the price, higher price, you're good. If you know your price, example, I'm just showing a number, is 500,000. The property appraised for 510. So guess what? You have already like 10,000 equity. May 10,000 ka na agad equity built into the house. You never, hindi ka pa lumipat doon, right? So we call that appraisal. And this is the other one for appraisal, for you to understand. So the appraisal example, the same number, 500,000. And then the appraisal value is like 490. So you have 10,000 gap between the appraised value. Either you, as a buyer, give a money, and then because the lender will only give the loan to value based on the appraisal value. Either you pay on your pocket the 10,000 gap price, or the seller will drop the price $10,000 just to get the loan process, from the appraisal value. Okay, so hope you guys learn from this vocabulary word cheat sheet for now, so you really understand what are the words, terminology using in real estate. So if you guys looking to buy a house here in North Dallas area, please give me a shout, send a message. I'm in the Facebook. My number is 214-690-1233. That's my number. And I can explain it to you in Tagalog, in English, yung contract, so both of you can understand. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and I want to meet you guys soon. If you have a questions, please give me a call, and I love to see your family. We can meet somewhere else to meet you guys in person. So thank you so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe and watch other video that I'm doing. So have a great day. Bye for now. Hi guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching on my channel. And if you are looking to buy a house here in North Dallas, Texas, so this is the right channel for you. I will discuss it to you how to buy a house step by step, especially if you're first time home buyer. I will guide you with the process, guide you and from start to closing.